Hello, hi everyone. Today we are dealing with the cryptocurrency. We did the first part of cryptocurrency. Today we are doing the second part of cryptocurrency. This is part two. It's a continuation of what we did on the first video. Cryptocurrency, it is a digital money, as I've explained before. It's a digital money, it's a digital currency, and it can be used as a it can be used for different things. It can be used for trading, it can be used for storage of investment, it can be used to store it for future investment. And also you can use it for payment. And what you must know is this: different cryptocurrencies were created to solve a certain problem. Bitcoin was created mainly to deal with the transaction issue, so that because the system that the bank uses compared to the cryptocurrency, it has a lot of hindrance. It is centralized, it is controlled by the government, and the inflation, it can happen so easily. But compared with the cryptocurrency, it is decentralized, anyone can use it, it is not controlled by the government. The charges in terms of the transaction, it is less, you don't need a third party. There's a lot of benefit about the cryptocurrency. So today we'll deal with the more detailed stuff of the cryptocurrency. But first, we know that when you talk about the cryptocurrency, you cannot talk about the cryptocurrency without mentioning Bitcoin. In fact, most people, when you tell them about the cryptocurrency, they only know Bitcoin. They think Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency ever created, and there are others that came after Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is the well-known cryptocurrency, but it is not the only cryptocurrency. In fact, we are told by to date, we have more than 5,000 cryptocurrencies. But people only know Bitcoin. It is understandable, it is a well-known cryptocurrency, but we have more than 5,000. And they also tell us that most of these cryptocurrency, 90%, 99% of them, they fail. They don't succeed. So even if you choose the cryptocurrency space, be careful which cryptocurrency you want to use, you want to store, you want to invest in. Don't just take any cryptocurrency, because 99% out of those 5,000 cryptocurrency, let's say less than 100 of them, they are very successful. The majority, they don't have any value, if I may use the term, compared to other cryptocurrencies, those first 100. But we'll also look at other cryptocurrencies in the future. But now we are focusing on the Bitcoin as the first cryptocurrency. Let me tell you, we'll look at the history of cryptocurrency. But of course, as I've explained, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. It was the first ever created cryptocurrency. So we'll use Bitcoin as our example in terms of looking at the history of cryptocurrency. We all know that Bitcoin was created in 2008. But let me take you back. About the history of cryptocurrency. But first, let me say this about the Bitcoin. We all know that Satoshi Nakamoto, we don't know who this guy is. We don't know if it was a group of people. We don't know if it was a company, but we don't know who is Satoshi Nakamoto, the person who created Bitcoin. But this guy, he was a genius. He purposely built the blockchain technology to build Bitcoin. So he knew that for the Bitcoin to be a success, he needed to have a blockchain or Bitcoin running on the blockchain technology. So he built the blockchain technology so that Bitcoin can operate on that technology. And he tirelessly worked. He worked so hard for this new cash system that is fully peer-to-peer, which means it can be sent from, it can be operational in terms of service, or even sending from one person to another, peer-to-peer, and with no trusted third party, which simply means there is no central authority. There is no central authority that controls it. There is no bank, there is no government, there is no company which is central in terms of controlling the Bitcoin. So no trusted third party it is needed. So but there's a guy by the name, as you see in your picture there, there's a guy by the name of Nick Szabo. Nick Szabo, he came with the Bitgold. But let me take you back around, just to give you the history of cryptocurrency, because now we only know Bitcoin came in 2008, but there's a history behind that. There's a long history behind that. There was a group of people who called themselves cypherpunks. They were called cypherpunks. This name cypher, it means secret. Punks, it means message. So the secret message, they were a group of people. They emerged in the early 90s, and these people were concerned about their privacy and their personal liability, and a lot of them came with their own system. There was a DigiCode, the DigiCash was one of them, created by David Cham, and this system wanted to disempower the government and empower the people, because you know the bank, the operation of the bank, in which is work hand in glove with the government. So the two, they are married, the bank and the government, because the government, the bank, they are controlled by the government. But this guy, he wanted to come with the system that will disempower the government and empower the people. So people like David Cham realized that for this system to work, he will need the existing system. So he started talking to the government, the bank, and nobody was prepared to work with him. So he was discouraged, as the because it was difficult to work with people outside of the cypherpunk, because this cypherpunk movement, it was a group of people who came together and wanted to come with a system that will disempower the government and empower the people. So he was discouraged, and it looks like he gave up on this project, and the conversation around this, it also disappeared. This is around 90s, early 90s. So after the financial crisis, that financial crisis, they started now going back to the system and experiment again, looking at the new ways to put this idea together, because there were different people doing different things for the same purpose. For example, guy like Nick Szabo in 2006 brought this Bitgold into the conversation. So Adam Beck has there's a guy by the name of Adam Beck. He also has a system that called Hashcash. Wei Dai also has a system that called BitMoney. Hal Finley also had his own system. So what Satoshi did in 2008, it was to be taken, he was taking all these ideas of all these people of the cypherpunk, and he was putting all these ideas together to make this system work. So the foundation of Bitcoin, it is built on the system that was created but failed. But now, what Satoshi Nakamoto now did, he put all those together to make sure that he come up with the successful creation of the Bitcoin. So he created an encryption based on the protocol utilizing the ledger called the blockchain. So the Bitcoin, it did not just start with Satoshi Nakamoto. It was a build up. So and this was this system of the blockchain, it was possible through a system of consensus building where multiple computers come together to participate in the management of the blockchain ledger, or a digital document to keep track of all the payment. We know how the blockchain operates. I did a video about the blockchain. So there was a group of people who came together to talk about the need and the possibility for the digital currency, and that is digital currency. It must be anonymous and using the cryptography. So I'm just trying to show you, tell you the history of the Bitcoin. That when you see 2008, it was in fact way back in early 90s. So by the 1998, the Bitcoin, the bit gold, it was there, but it never became a success. So Satoshi Nakamoto took all of this and make the system his own and came up with the Bitcoin. So we see here in 2008, the first Bitcoin is released, and the first 50 coins are mined by Nakamoto, the first transaction. And then in 2009, we see the value of Bitcoin, it was $1. And 2010, the first ever purchase, the first transaction of Bitcoin, it happened, it was 10,000 Bitcoin was spent to buy 2 pizzas. That was the first transaction of Bitcoin in 2010. And then in 2012, Litecoin came into the picture. Litecoin came into the picture, and this was the faster transaction speed than Bitcoin. So after Bitcoin, Litecoin came into the picture, and it became better than Bitcoin. Okay, in 2013, now the value of Bitcoin goes up to 1,000. 2017, and value of Bitcoin is still hovering around 1,000. So 2018 December, the value of Bitcoin, it went up to 19,000 because of the cryptocurrency is so volatile. It can go up. Today it can be 10,000, tomorrow it can be 4,000, and the day after that it can be even 3,000. So it is volatile, and when we deal with the trading of cryptocurrency, we'll also cover this part. Okay, these are let's now look at the characteristics of cryptocurrency. When you talk about the cryptocurrency, you cannot talk about the cryptocurrency without mentioning these things that I will talk about. So cryptocurrency, it has some characteristic. The first one, it is irreversible. Let me say something about this. You know what it means by it is irreversible, because there is no central authority that is controlling Bitcoin. There is not a bank, there is not a government or a company. Once you send the Bitcoin, it cannot be reversed. You cannot say, okay, I wanted to send Bitcoin, but I send it to the wrong person. Can I reverse it? No, you can't. It is impossible because there is no central authority that controls Bitcoin. But with the bank, you know that if there's something wrong with your card, there's something wrong with your transaction, there's something wrong with your money, you can just go to the bank and say, you know what, I smell a rat here. There is something happening with my money. They can just track what is happening, if possible, reversible. Just like when you make a debit order, you can reverse that. With the Bitcoin, once you send the transaction, it cannot be reversed. Okay, number 2, confidentiality. It is so confidential. It simply means you can send the Bitcoin to anyone anywhere in the world without even knowing the person or the person knowing you. Because it is decentralized. It has no central power which controls it. Any person anywhere in the world can just send you a Bitcoin and receive a Bitcoin without knowing or ever met that person. So because of this confidentiality of the system, it is safe. Number 3, the speed and the global reach. This is let me make an example with the bank. If you want to send the money from here to UK, it can take 2 3 days, and within that 2 3 days it goes from one bank to another, one bank to another, and during those 3 days and the movement of money, it can the charges can be so high. For example, if you want to send $1,000 from Africa to UK, because it goes through different banks, by the time the next person receives the money, it will be $950. $50 has been used for the charges. But with the cryptocurrency, any cryptocurrency, it is speed. The transaction of Bitcoin, it can take 10 minutes, the maximum. It can take 10 minutes. But with the bank, it can take more time. For example, using the example of Africa and UK, anywhere in Africa to UK, with the Bitcoin, you can send it anywhere. It can take the very same amount of time. The global reach, there is no limitation and say, I'm in Africa, I can't send Bitcoin to someone who is in Asia or in China. You can send it anywhere. So there is no restriction in terms of you can only send Bitcoin to this area. No, it is universal. You can send it anywhere. Unrevealed security. The Bitcoin, let me say the blockchain, because the cryptocurrency, it operates on the backbone of blockchain. The blockchain, the way it is so secure, because the way the blockchain operates and the way blockchain was so built, it is built in such a way that it is so secure. It is not easy to crack, to hack the blockchain. It is impossible. The way it was built, you cannot hack a blockchain. We heard of people of other exchange platforms, exchange where we can buy the cryptocurrency, the exchange cryptocurrencies. We have heard of them, those cryptocurrency being hacked. The recent one is the KuCoin. It has been hacked. 150 million of cryptocurrency has been lost. But people say, okay, you've been saying the blockchain, it cannot be hacked. Yes, it cannot be hacked. The hacking of the exchanges, it happened on the exchange, it does not happen on the blockchain platform. It happened between the wallet. Maybe someone has access to the secret key, and once you have access to the secret key, you can access the platform, the exchange, and be able to transfer all the cryptocurrency. So the hacking does not happen on the blockchain. It happened during the transaction, in this case during the wallet, or maybe someone get hold of the key. Once you get hold of the key, you can transfer it. So let's move to number 5. There is no restriction, as I've explained. If you are in Africa, you can send it anywhere in the world. It is not restricted by any border. So controlled supply. When the crisis, let me just use this as an example. The crisis that we see that came in as a result of Corona, a lot of people lost their jobs, and people were not active because there was a lockdown all over the world. In that way, most government, they were strained because there were no activities. People were not paying tax. They were sitting for 2 3 months. People lost their jobs. So the government, they had to do was to print money. For example, US, they printed so much money, and so much money. In that way, the fiat currency, the dollars, the rand, the yen, the pound, it can be, the government can just decide to print it, just print as much money. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's a limited supply. For example, let me use for Bitcoin again in this example. Bitcoin, there will be only 21 million Bitcoins. 21 million Bitcoin ever been mined. The supply of Bitcoin is only 21 million. And we know that by the year 2040, the last Bitcoin will be mined. So because of this controlled supply, the value it increases, so because it works on the supply demand principle. The more the demand, the higher the price. That is why the Bitcoin now it is around $10,000 from $1,000. Why? Because the supply and demand principle, it is working here. The more people get into Bitcoin, the value increase. Okay, the last one, debt free. For example, you can go to the bank and say, can I apply for a credit card? They check your record, they give a credit card, and you are in debt. But with the cryptocurrency, there is no such. It's either you have cryptocurrency or you don't have it. In that way, you are safe from debt. Unlike the bank, they can borrow you money, and you can use a credit card and be in debt. But with the cryptocurrency, that it is not possible. Okay, let us now compare the cryptocurrency with the fiat money. The fiat money, when you talk about the fiat money, you are talking about your dollar, your rand, your yen, your pound. You talk about the fiat money. So let's compare the two, because we know that the Bitcoin, it is a digital money, but we know that this one, the fiat money, it is a paper money. So we're gonna compare the two, because now if we have fiat money, the dollars, your pound and so forth, why do we need the digital money, which is the cryptocurrency? Is it necessary to have a digital money? What are the benefits? Why must we have a digital money? Okay, let us see. Okay, the cryptocurrency, the generation of cryptocurrency, it happens through a computers. For us to create, for us to create, or for cryptocurrency to be created, that it's happened through a computer. How does that happen? The miners, they are mining Bitcoin. And this mining, it does not mean going underground, but this mining, it simply means using computers, powerful computers, sophisticated computers, to mine Bitcoin. And these computers, they demand a lot of electricity, they demand a lot of power, because they do a lot of work in terms of creating Bitcoin and also verifying transactions. So miners, they do the work of mining in terms of, and then cryptocurrency is created, and in this case Bitcoin. But when it comes to government, the fiat currency, it is issued by the government. There is a central power in terms of money, and this money, it can, depending on the demand and depending on the need, government can decide to print so much money and print it and distribute it. But with the cryptocurrency, it cannot be, because it has no central authority or central power, or it is not centralized but decentralized. The money can only be created through miners. Okay. Decentralized, no one can control it. Centralized, monitored by the government. This is the very one of the key feature of cryptocurrency, because now if you don't have someone, with the bank, or maybe with the government, anything and everything that is happening in any country, it has to be controlled by the central authority, which is the government in this case. But with the cryptocurrency, it is decentralized. There is no one who can claim. Even Satoshi Nakamoto, he can't control it, because it is decentralized. He created the Bitcoin, but there's a group of people around the world. Whenever you own Bitcoin, you have a say in terms of the value of Bitcoin. There is no central authority that controls Bitcoin. That's all you need to know. It is not controlled by any central authority. Okay. The cryptocurrency, it is the digital medium of exchange. But the fiat currency, which is your dollar, or yuan or pound. It is the physical medium of exchange. So this one, it is physical, and this one, it is digital. And when people talk about the Bitcoin, they think it is a physical thing. Bitcoin, it is not physical, it is digital. You can't have a place where Bitcoin is stored. For example, just like money, money, people, the bank creates money. It is physical. You can touch it, you can feel it. But the cryptocurrency, even though you see pictures of Bitcoin, of Litecoin, of Dash, of Linkcoin, of Ethereum, you see the pictures. But that is not, your eyes can deceive you. Your eyes are so deceiving. For example, you see the sun going from this side to that side, from east to west. But that is not the case. We know that the sun is not moving. The sun is just standing in one place, but the earth is rotating on its axis. But it is the same thing when it comes to digital money. For the fact that your eyes are looking at the Bitcoin and you think this is Bitcoin is not physical. You cannot touch it. It is a digital money. Okay, let's move. And another thing about the Bitcoin, limited supply. Not about Bitcoin only, any cryptocurrency. There is a limited supply. You can only have 21 million Bitcoin. And by the end of 2140, the last Bitcoin will be mined. But when it comes to fiat currency, yes, the government can just decide, you know what, we are printing $5 million and just distribute it. They have that power. So the supply, the supply of fiat currency, it is unlimited. Unlike the cryptocurrency, the supply is limited. I think I need to add something about the cryptocurrency. The value of cryptocurrency, it is determined by the market and regulations. The fiat money, your dollars, your pound, and so forth, the value, it is determined by the market and the regulation. So the market determines the value, and the government also, they are regulating this the fiat money. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, the value, it is determined by the supply and demand. The more demand, the scarce the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency, and the price will go up. But the less the demand of cryptocurrency, the price will go down. So the supply of Bitcoin, or the value of cryptocurrency, it is determined by the supply and demand. The more there's a need for cryptocurrency, and the value, when you see, because now on the exchange platform, Bitcoin is being bought and Bitcoin is being sold. That transaction of buying and selling determine the price of cryptocurrency. You will hear me talking about the Bitcoin time and again, because people are more familiar with the Bitcoin. But those who are more advanced, they know there are other cryptocurrencies. So pardon me, I'll keep on saying, whenever I talk about the cryptocurrency, I will say Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin, you can, when more people are buying Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin goes up. But when less people are buying Bitcoin, or more people are selling their Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin goes down. But we'll deal with this in details when we are dealing with the exchange of cryptocurrency. But for now, you must know that the cryptocurrency, it is determined by supply and demand principle. Okay, let us now look at the simple blockchain transaction. How does blockchain work in terms of the transaction, the simple transaction of blockchain? Okay, the first transaction will start here. The first transaction of blockchain, this is the anticipation. This is two people who are agreeing. You say, you know what, we're gonna send, we agree, please give me your Bitcoin, send your Bitcoin. And when that agreement happens between two people, when they send their Bitcoin, it does not just go to the next person. There is a process. Let me explain this process. You see the transaction where two people agree in terms of, okay, we exchange our Bitcoin, we send Bitcoin from your wallet to your address, And in here in the middle, we have miners. Miners are people who are working hard using their computers to create Bitcoin, to create cryptocurrency, and to validate transactions. These miners, they are working, there's a lot of them. They are working very hard. They are working very hard to mine this. In fact, what happened is they trying to solve a mathematical problem. They use their computers, the sophisticated computers, they work very hard. And the first miner that solved this problem, this mess problem, the transaction is validated and one block is created, and one block it gets added to the other blocks, so the transaction it is completed. This transaction between the person who's sending and the miners and the person who's receiving, it can take maximum of 10 minutes. So what happens is the miners, they are solving a problem. They are mining to solve a puzzle, and the first miner that solved this problem, he will also, because this is a distributed ledger, he will also distribute the block, this puzzle, the answer to this problem to all computers in the network, so that all these computers, they take the transaction and save it on the block. So each and every miner will have this block. You see, it is distributed, it is not central. Even if one miner managed to solve this problem, he needs to distribute it to other miners so that they can save it in their system, blockchain system. Okay, let us proceed. And once that is done, once the problem is solved, now there's a proof of work. Okay, the proof of work, the miners, and then after the problem of being solved, which is the proof of work is issued, the broadcasting of proof of work in the network. So what happens is, if I'm mining and you're also mining, if I happen to solve the problem first, I will be giving you this block and say, you know what, I managed to solve this problem. I also give it to you. It is saved on the network so that anyone can be able to access it. Even though I'm the one who solved it, I do not own it. I distribute to the rest of the people in the network. Okay, and then the transaction is validated. When the transaction is validated, now this process, it takes, in terms of Bitcoin, this process, it takes the maximum of 10 minutes. And what you must know about miners is this: people who are mining Bitcoin, they get rewards. They get rewarded when they solve a problem. Their reward, they get 12.5 Bitcoin, 12 and a half Bitcoin. So as a miner, your reward of solve, because now you are using your electricity, you are using your computers, powerful computers, to solve this problem. As part of network, you are helping everybody in the network. So your reward, each and every miner who solved the problem, his reward is 12.5 Bitcoin. Okay, let us move. This, I'm just want to share, this is the I have a document which it is a research, but I'm just to show you and encourage you. If you want to get into cryptocurrency, you must know this is the value currently. This is the value, but you know it's fluctuate, because now today the Bitcoin is about 10,600. It went from 10,800 to 10,400, but today the value is 10,600 around. Before I do this video, I did check. The value of Bitcoin is 10,600. But they say Bitcoin in 2020, which means by the end of 2020, it is likely to reach 19,000. By the end of 2025, Bitcoin, it is likely to reach 341,000, one Bitcoin. You see, from 9,000 to 341,000 in 5 years. This is a good space to invest. So in 2030, one Bitcoin will cost 397,727. So in 2033, one Bitcoin will cost $395,270. This, we are told that as the years progresses, the Bitcoin that needs to be mined, it get halved, it get less, it get half, it get less. And when it does that, the demand for Bitcoin, because it is now less, the more of the demand, it raises the price high. It is the same with the Ethereum. These are the figures for the Ethereum. These are the figures for the Litecoin, and these are the figures for the Bitcoin Cash. As you can see, the Bitcoin is the biggest as the first ever created cryptocurrency. Ethereum is number 2 in terms even in terms of value kept, volume kept. Bitcoin is the biggest, followed by the Litecoin. Followed by the Ethereum. So this is just a stat that says this is the value of Bitcoin, this is the value of Ethereum in 5, 10, or 15 years. Okay, another thing you must know that you can trade. You can trade just like people who are trading gold, who are trading, oil. Cryptocurrency can be traded as well. You can buy your cryptocurrency and trade it. You buy it, you trade it, you make money, you make profit, you trade and trade. That is possible with Bitcoin, just like gold, oil, and other commodities. Okay, another thing you can because you can trade it, you can take the Bitcoin and save it in your wallet, and once you save it in your wallet, your Bitcoin, you can buy and sell Bitcoin very easy. There are cryptocurrency exchanges. Once you downloaded their app, you can even easily buy and sell your Bitcoin. So you can buy it and keep it in your wallet, and once you keep it in your wallet, when the value of cryptocurrency increases, as I've shown you from the previous picture, you decide to sell it. In that way, you make a profit. Again, you can use cryptocurrency as a storage of value. People, they are saying, they use the term that in the crypto, in the trading platform, a safe haven, which simply means when the fiat money, your dollar, is depreciating, people they invest in gold. So they say the same thing with cryptocurrency. When the value of dollar goes down, as you see the printing of dollar, the value goes down, people go to gold. But they say now other people, they prefer the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in this case. So it can be stored. You can buy Bitcoin and keep it in your wallet. And you must know there are different kinds of wallet. I will also do another video in terms of wallet. What different kind of wallet? You can have a paper wallet. You can have a hardware wallet. You can have a wallet and keep your wallet on your app on your phone. You can also have a wallet and keep your wallet in the exchange. What happened when you keep your wallet in the exchange? For example, when exchange have been hacked, there was a company, I'm trying to think of the company way back, where people lost billions and billions of cryptocurrency because they kept their cryptocurrency in their wallet in the exchange, and when that exchange was hacked, they lost all their money. I remember, I have that. I will remember. When I remember, I will tell you the name of the company. So there are different type of exchanges where you can, different kind of wallets where you can keep your wallet. But I will also explain when I do the cryptocurrency wallet. But keeping your cryptocurrency wallet on the exchange, it is very risky. It is very risky. Okay, let me not move ahead of myself. We'll deal with that. But for now, you must know that we have different kind of wallets. And those kind of wallets, they work differently, but it's the same wallet, but they work differently. And there are benefits and the cons and the pros as well. Also, other people, you can, another way of owning Bitcoin is by mining Bitcoin, because when you mine Bitcoin, your reward is getting 12.5 Bitcoins. Also, we'll do a video about mining, because mining, it is not cheap. Mining, it costs a lot of money. Mining, it costs a lot of energy. Mining, it costs a lot of power. Mining costs a lot of tools. Mining, it costs a certain kind of computers. So all of these things, when you decide to go into mining, you don't just blindly go into mining. It's very costly. I know there are other people who are doing mining on the small scale, but still the demand of mining. Also, we'll do a complete video about mining. Okay, thank you very much. Please go to our CROWD1 training. This is our CROWD1 training. We're dealing with cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency, only cryptocurrency on this CROWD1 training channel. And then what we do is we upload them, and also people on CROWD1 who are on the CROWD1 TV, the other channel, they can also come to CROWD1 training, where we teach about the cryptocurrency. And also, please go to our Telegram channel. That's where we update everything about CROWD1. So under the description below, or where you normally write messages on this video, just go where you normally get messages. You will see the link. The link will take you to our Telegram channel. Please utilize it, because if there's any change happening in the future or now, we update everything on our Telegram channel. And please, 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 this is the new channel. I would love to see this channel growing into 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and 20,000 subscribers, or even more. I rely on you guys to subscribe on this channel. Don't just visit the channel and watch. Please, please, please subscribe. And by subscribing, you are encouraging me. You are sending the message. You are telling me that, please, we enjoy what you are doing. Keep on doing what you are doing. And the message that I get, that you are sending me, I receive them. I will try to answer them. You encouraging me, but please don't only encouraging me by writing a message. Please do so by liking the video, by also subscribing. I will really, really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope I've explained everything accordingly, everything, you understand it well. Please invite other CROWD1, your downliners, invite them to the channel, send them the link, then let them join the channel and watch more cryptocurrency news. Thank you very much.